think my favorite part of writing an album is doing something you haven't done before, artistically. Like I love melody. Like that's what my ear goes to first. Melodic elements of a song. So being able to kind of shape that in a way you haven't done before is probably my favorite thing about writing an album. And then also just like creating with the guys is always a pleasure. I feel like we all bring something unique to the table in our own way, and then when we combine it, that's like what really gives you the Hail the Sun sound.
Hail the Sun has to take you through the mud a little bit, but in a way that is like a worthwhile drag that you look forward to because of the rush, like river rafting or something. Like it's a thrill ride. It's for adrenaline junkies in the musical or emotional sense.
Something that makes a Hail the Sun song is, a lot of crazy drums in it, weird times. Bass is deep and low, and guitars are wailing and harmonizing each other. I think that's what makes a really good Hail the Sun song.
Me, Shane, and Donnie will kind of write stuff on our own. Maybe write like a structure of a song and then bring it to the group. And then we'll all add our own elements. Like I'll write parts or skeletons, and I'll have like the rhythm down, and in my head I'll be like, okay, this is a part where I want Shane to do a quote-unquote Shane part. Shane parts definitely utilize rhythm in interesting ways, like a lot of off rhythms and a lot of full chord voicings. Like in contrast to me, I feel like I write more simple chord voicings, but also more like soaring melodic lines, I guess. So I guess the combination of his rhythm and voicing plus like my melody sort of creates the Hail the Sun guitar sound. It's almost like we write for ourselves and for each other, like knowing all of our strong points and stuff.
There's a couple parts on there that Donovan wrote the bass to it, so it's a little different than my style of it, but that's kind of how most Hail the Sun songs have come together. Just I joined the band and Powell was already written, so I kind of just adapted and learned all those songs.
I've actually never felt songwriting as a process. It's just one of us will have usually guitar riff or a melody or even just like a little what could be a verse idea, and then we just try our best to build off it as a unit for the most part, or as an individual. It's just always ever changing.
It's been, I think, the biggest work in progress that we've ever done as far as a full length is concerned. We started it a long time ago, probably about a year ago now, where some of the first ideas really solidified. But we really started hitting it super hard after the summer. And most of our writing process was holed up in a room together, squeezing ideas out of each other and forcing each other to loop parts and repeat things and replay this and that, just so we could kind of get an idea what we could bring to the table. Our songs are very rarely like, I want to write a song about this. We should probably do this for the verse, and then we should probably do this for the chorus. That never happens with us.
These days can be so hard to grab real inspiration. One of the stronger driving forces of my creativity, I realize more and more, is my disdain for myself. I do feel fulfilled, but I've realized that the more and more that I'll accomplish, I'm still left with this feeling of emptiness. There's just something there that I don't like about me, and that in turn honestly can help me write. There's a part of me that likes feeling awful. Not physically awful, not like I have the flu or I'm sick, but that feeling that I just described, that disliking for myself in general. does help to create. I feel like it is something that I can build off of, and I care more to continue to create things and to create music and say what I have to say than actually addressing some of the reasons why I feel that way.